How to survive alone after 80. 5 essential rules every senior must know to live strong. It's 2 a.m. and 82-year-old Eleanor slips in her bathroom. No one hears her cry for help. This frightening scene happens to thousands of older adults each year. But what if I told you there are 5 simple rules that could have saved Eleanor and might save your life too? If you're over 80 and living alone, or if someone you love is, the next 12 minutes may be the most valuable you'll ever watch. Today, I'll share 5 survival rules that have reshaped how seniors live independently, plus the one mistake that puts 70% of older adults at serious risk. Don't scroll away. Your safety depends on this. Living alone after 80 isn't only about surviving. It's about thriving with dignity, confidence, and peace of mind. Right now, over 13.8 million seniors in the U.S. live by themselves, and that number rises daily. You've raised families, built careers, and endured life's storms. You're stronger than you realize. But staying independent after 80 requires a new kind of wisdom, one that few people ever teach. Today, I'm breaking down 5 crucial rules that strong seniors follow to live alone safely and confidently. These aren't just ideas. They're proven methods from real people who've mastered independent living. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to not just survive, but to thrive on your own terms. Before we begin, I want to hear from you. What's your biggest worry about living alone as you get older? Drop it in the comments. Your answer might help someone else, and I read every single one. Now, let's start with the rule that could literally save your life. Rule 1. Build your emergency safety net. This rule isn't about fear. It's about being prepared. Your emergency safety net should have more than one layer because technology fails and people aren't always available when you need them most. Begin with a medical alert system, but not just any system. Pick one that works even if you can't push a button. Today's systems can sense falls automatically and connect you to help in seconds. But here's something most people overlook. Test it monthly. Call the center, update your medical info, and confirm your emergency contacts are current. Then create your human network. This isn't about being a burden. It's about building shared support. Choose 3 neighbors, not just one. Rotate daily check-ins so no single person feels the full load. Use a simple system, a kitchen curtain you open each morning, or a porch light routine. If the signal doesn't happen, they know to check on you. Coordinate family check-ins that fit everyone's schedule. Maybe it's a quick morning text or a phone call every other day. The secret is consistency without making it feel like work. Use video calls, apps, or social media to stay connected without pressure. Take Marjorie, 79, who lived alone for nearly a decade after her husband passed away. One Tuesday morning, she collapsed while brewing coffee. Because she built her safety net correctly, 3 things kicked in. Her medical alert detected the fall. Her neighbor noticed her curtain wasn't open, and her son got an automatic call when she missed check-in. Paramedics arrived in 6 minutes. Doctors said if help had been 15 minutes later, she might not have regained her speech. Today, she's fully recovered and still living independently. Your safety net should also plan for common emergencies. What if the power goes out for days? What if you suddenly can't drive? What if your primary doctor is unavailable? Write down these what-ifs and create responses in advance. Keep real emergency supplies, flashlights with fresh batteries, a battery-powered radio, 3 days' worth of water, non-perishable food, and most importantly, a list of all your medications and doses. Store extra copies of key documents in waterproof containers. Have you built your emergency safety net yet? Which part feels toughest? Share in the comments. Your ideas could help others, but having a net is only the start. The second rule tackles something many seniors find hard to talk about. Rule 2. Master the art of self-advocacy in healthcare. Healthcare gets more complicated as we age, and when you live alone, you must become your own strongest advocate. This isn't about being difficult. It's about protecting your health and making sure you're heard. Treat every doctor visit like a business meeting. Write down your symptoms, questions, and concerns before you go. Bring a list of all medications, even vitamins and supplements. Don't assume your doctor remembers everything. They see dozens of patients every week. Here's a powerful tip. Bring a notebook and jot down what your doctor says as they speak. This isn't rude. It shows you're serious. Ask them to spell medical words and explain them clearly. If you don't understand, speak up. A good doctor will welcome your questions. Never leave without knowing 3 things: what's wrong, what the treatment is, and when to follow up or seek urgent care. If the doctor feels rushed, politely say, "I just want to be sure I understand this before I leave." Plan your pharmacy visits too. Use one pharmacy for all medications so they can track interactions. Ask your pharmacist questions. They often know more about side effects than busy doctors. Set up automatic refills so you never miss doses. Stay organized at home. Keep folders with test results, medication lists, and appointment notes. When you visit the ER or meet a new specialist, you'll have everything they need ready. Bring an advocate to big appointments if you can. A family member, friend, or even a hired patient advocate. 2 sets of ears are better than 1, especially when decisions get complex. Consider Howard, 81. For months he felt dizzy and drained, but his doctor brushed it off as normal aging. Howard felt ignored, but didn't know how to push back. Finally, his niece coached him to be more assertive. At his next visit, Howard brought a clear list of symptoms and when they occurred. He asked directly, "What tests can rule out serious problems? What could cause these specific issues?" The doctor ordered blood work and discovered severe anemia from internal bleeding. Early treatment saved his life. Howard learned that speaking up isn't rude, it's survival. Also, learn your insurance coverage, know what's included, how to appeal denials, and when second opinions are allowed. Don't let insurance dictate your care. That's between you and your doctor. Build relationships with your care team. Remember the names of nurses and office staff. Thank them. Those connections can make a huge difference when you need fast answers or urgent help. What's your biggest challenge when working with healthcare providers? Do you feel truly heard? Share in the comments. Your story might inspire others to speak up. Taking charge of your health is key, but the third rule is about protecting the very foundation of your independence. Rule 3. Build your independence maintenance system. Living independently in your 80s isn't just about getting by. It's about running your home, finances, and routines in ways that give you confidence and control. That takes a smart system, one that prevents little problems from turning into major setbacks. Start with preventive home care. Make a seasonal checklist. Test smoke detectors twice a year. Clean gutters every spring and fall. And schedule yearly service for your heating and cooling systems. But here's the important part. Know your limits. At 80, climbing a ladder isn't brave, it's risky. Build relationships with reliable service providers before you're desperate. Simplify your living space over time. You don't have to downsize drastically, but clear out tripping hazards, improve lighting, and keep essentials within easy reach. Install grab bars in the bathroom before a fall happens. Switch to lever-style door handles. They're far easier on stiff hands than knobs. Keep your money organized and safe. Automate recurring bills like utilities, insurance, and phone service so you don't miss payments. But still review statements monthly to catch fraud or mistakes. Maintain oversight, even if systems do most of the work. Set aside an emergency fund specifically for home repairs and surprise expenses. Ideally, $5,000 to $10,000 that's easy to access. Think of it as your furnace breaks in January fund. This cushion helps you handle crises without relying on others. Know how to solve problems or who to call right away. Keep a contact list with trusted plumbers, electricians, and handymen. Ask neighbors for recommendations, not just the internet. Even get to know folks at your local hardware store. They often know dependable contractors. Master easy meal strategies. Cook in batches when you feel good and freeze extras. Use grocery delivery or curbside pickup proudly. These aren't signs of weakness. They're tools for independence. Stock quick, healthy foods for days when energy runs low. Take 82-year-old Margaret, for example. After her husband passed, she felt overwhelmed keeping up her home. Instead of selling, she got intentional. She hired a neighborhood teen for yard work, built relationships with 3 reliable contractors, and simplified her home, room by room. She added brighter lighting, removed bulky furniture, and turned a spare bedroom into her main floor living space. 5 years later, she's still in the same home, hosting Sunday dinners and tending her garden. Her secret? She planned to age in place instead of leaving it to chance. Create backups for daily needs. What if you can't drive for a month? Research local senior shuttles, rideshare apps, or community transport now, not later. If shopping gets tough, already have delivery accounts set up. Have a simple filing system for paperwork. Keep labeled folders for medical, financial, and household documents. Store duplicates of essentials like insurance papers and health records in a fireproof safe or safety deposit box. Stay physically capable with basic exercise. No gym required. Balance training, light strength work, and regular walking help maintain the strength and stability to live on your own longer. So let me ask you, what's the hardest part of staying independent for you? Share it in the comments. Chances are, someone else has already found a clever solution. But independence is just one piece of the puzzle. The 4th rule is about something that can make or break your happiness. Rule 4. Build real social connections. Loneliness isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Studies show isolation is as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Staying socially connected after 80 takes effort, but it's possible and incredibly rewarding. Start with what you already enjoy. Love books? Join a book club. Like gardening? Find a community garden. Interested in service? Volunteer. The key isn't dabbling, it's showing up consistently. Think across generations. Don't limit yourself to friends your age. Mentor younger people, teach a skill, or join programs that connect seniors with students. These relationships bring energy and joy you didn't know you were missing. Use tech wisely. Video calls, online hobby groups, and social media can supplement, but not replace, face-to-face contact. If tech feels confusing, ask someone to walk you through it. Volunteer where connection is built in. Whether it's reading to kids, helping at a food pantry, or supporting other seniors, volunteering gives you both purpose and people. Create your own gatherings. Coffee mornings, potluck dinners, or game afternoons don't need to be fancy. What people really want is connection. And be open to friendships in unexpected places. A chat with a neighbor, a conversation at the doctor's office, even a friendly handyman can turn into something meaningful. Take 79-year-old George. After losing his wife, he rarely spoke to anyone besides store clerks. His daughter finally encouraged him to volunteer at an animal shelter once a week. At first, he resisted, but within months, he was volunteering 3 days a week. not just because of the pets, but because of the people. He even started hosting monthly cookouts for the other volunteers. Now he says these years are some of the happiest of his life. His secret? Finding people who both needed him and cared about him. Practice being a good friend. Listen, remember details, offer help, and accept it graciously in return. Friendships thrive on reciprocity. Join or start walking groups, coffee circles, or neighborhood meetups. These low-pressure settings often grow into deep friendships. Stay curious about others. Ask questions, share stories, and show genuine interest. That's how real bonds are built. Consider adopting a pet if your lifestyle allows. Pets bring companionship, routine, and chances to meet others. And most importantly, don't isolate when you feel low. That's exactly when connection matters most. Have a bad day plan, a person to call, a place to go, or an activity that always lifts you up. So, how do you stay connected? Or, what challenges do you face when it comes to making new friends? Share your thoughts. Your ideas might inspire someone else. But connection is just part of the journey. Rule 5 prepares you for life's biggest challenges with confidence and peace of mind. Rule 5. Prepare for the unexpected with grace. Preparation isn't morbid, it's empowering. Having plans in place ensures your wishes are honored and keeps you in control, even when life throws curveballs. Start with legal must-haves: a will, healthcare directive, power of attorney, and HIPAA authorization. Review and update them every few years or after major changes. Keep originals secure and copies accessible. Have open conversations with trusted family or friends. Don't assume they know your wishes. Be clear about healthcare choices, financial plans, and end-of-life decisions. These talks are gifts. They remove guesswork during stressful times. Plan for gradual changes. Think about what adjustments you might need down the line and decide while you're strong, not when you're in crisis. Keep financial affairs organized. Store account info, passwords, and contact details safely. Build your support team early before emergencies. Here's the story of 85-year-old Helen. 5 years ago, she carefully organized her finances and updated her legal documents. She also spoke openly with her 3 kids and even named a trusted neighbor as backup for decision-making. Last year, she suffered a stroke that briefly affected her speech. But because everything was in place, her family followed her wishes easily. They handled her care, finances, and even modified her home so she could return safely. Helen later said, "The best gift I gave myself was planning ahead. Even when I couldn't talk, I never felt powerless." Create a personal emergency packet with your medical history, current medications, contacts, and insurance details. Be realistic about housing. Explore options like senior communities or assisted living before you need them. Build flexibility into your plans. Understand your insurance coverage clearly. Prepare for gaps so you're not caught off guard. Practice letting people help you in small ways now. It builds comfort and systems you'll rely on later. Stay engaged with financial and legal updates as laws change. What part of preparing for the future feels most overwhelming to you? These 5 rules aren't just advice. They're the foundation for living independently after 80, with safety, confidence, and joy. So if this video gave you clarity or hope, tap the like button and share it with someone you care about. You could be giving them the tools to transform their golden years. And don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell for more guidance like this. What's your biggest takeaway from today? Which rule will you start with? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every one, and your story could inspire someone else. Remember this: age is just a number, but wisdom is your superpower.